Hello, hello. There's wee Andy Robertson documentary on to my right here, and it's absolutely fantastic. But his growth from Queen's Park to the very top of the Champions League's pretty damn impressive, to be fair. Let me know if that crowd noise is a bit too loud. But yes, we are alive. It has been a while. It's got the whole new setup now. It looks a bit good. How blurry does it look at on your end? That's tidy. Oh, right, it's time for my pre-can, nearly finished. Oh, right. It has been quite some time, but obviously this is probably the longest gap between football you get between November and the end of March. But yeah, we're here for this. I was at the Scotland game last Thursday. Bit disappointing for that game to be a draw when I found out they only had one shot on target. But when you're there, you don't really see the stats line up. But it wasn't too bad. Scotland played well, which is the main thing, and that's sort of what you want to get out of friendlies and actually just see how well your team perform. It's not about the result. But wee Billy Gilmore's clearance off the line, absolutely unreal. Kieran Tierney getting on the score sheet will always make me happy. Obviously, this is now the third time we're playing Austria in the past year. We've had a draw and a win, which is good. It shows that we've actually got a bit of commitment and stick to beating them, but never rule them out because they're going to be a bit annoyed after last Thursday's game for them. Hopefully it's not going to come back and bite us too much, but I reckon we've got to beat them today. We beat them away before. They've now really got nothing to play for. They're going to be a bit annoyed, and a lot of them will be tired, unlike us who didn't play to our full potential. As you can see from our starting lineup, it's not the strongest starting lineup we've ever had, but it's getting there. It's good to see Ryan Jack actually get a start, because I thought he played okay when he came on. He wasn't that great, but wee Billy Gilmore needs a wee rest. He obviously ran his absolute heart out. But yeah, no coverage started on Sky yet. Don't know if I'm late to the party, but I thought it is on Sky Sports Football. Yeah, I want to see how. It's actually good for him to get a start because he's come on as a sub maybe 3 times, if that, over the past year. Towards definitely the end of the year. Yeah, I don't think Ryan Jack is like he plays well when he plays with Callum McGregor, as we saw in the Israel and Serbia games last year and the end of the Nations League. But um, he's been injured for so long; he seems to have lost quite a bit of his place. Um, he obviously had that shot against Celtic that hit the crossbar that Rangers fans think they scored. He actually scored a goal. You need to remember he actually missed that one. Yeah, Lewis Ferguson. I'd like to see him get a wee run out today. I'd like to see a lot more subs so at half time. Get that Jacob boy out another good few runs. Is it Stoke he plays for? I actually went to the Blackpool versus Stoke game a couple of weeks ago, and the Stoke were absolutely awful. He actually came on as well, I think, and he was just nowhere to be seen. He was so bad. Blackpool deserved to win that game, about 4 goals, but it ended only 1-0. Let me get the restarting 11 up here. So yeah, Craig Gordon again. I'd like to see Xander Clark start this one, to be honest. But Craig Gordon's just grinding out them caps, so he's going to go to somewhere quite big, hopefully. You can see him going up to about, I don't know how many caps it'll actually get to. Let me see. Craig Gordon international caps, what do you reckon? 65 for the senior team, 5 for the under 21s, and 2 for Scotland B team. When the hell did we ever have B teams? Are they just non-existent now? Or is that meant to be the under 23s? So yeah, he's in 65, be getting his 66th cap tonight. Hopefully that's not bad luck for us. But quite solid at the back. Anybody know if Liam Cooper's injured? Or unless he's just not getting a start because Leeds have been so bad, he's not getting picked. But saying that, Grant Hanley got picked. But I do prefer Hanley to Cooper. Just my personal preference. Nathan Patterson, I'm quite glad to see get another start because he was pretty good when he came on the other day. He was a bit of a bright spark, and you can't really go wrong with John McGinn and Che Adams. It's just that midfield that we might be lacking in with Ferguson and Jack, but hopefully I'm proven wrong. I'd like to see them do quite well and get a bit better because Ryan Jack can be good, but he's just... When you look at the other options of Billy Gilmore and Callum McGregor, Scott McTominay obviously plays centre back roughly for us quite a few times. Even Kenny McLean, he's been playing pretty well for Norwich. He keeps Billy Gilmore out the squad based on the way they play. So we don't know. We'll go on and we'll see what happens. We're not going to get a bit taken back tonight about bad results. Obviously like to win, but we'll see what happens. So it's another 14 minutes to the game starts. Hopefully this coverage comes on soon. I want to hear what the pundits have got to say. And yeah, I've not really watched Rangers in Europe because it depresses me as a Celtic fan to see how well they're doing. Obviously they beat Dortmund that didn't have Haaland, but I can't take that away from them. That's still some result for them. And going on a bit further than us. I saw somebody post on one of the Rangers Twitter pages that Celtic got beat by a Wi-Fi password, and I was like, I want to laugh at you because that's actually quite funny, but you know when you're just sickened, you just got to sit there with a brave face. Another one each? Yeah, you're probably right. I'd like to just see goals, you know, just see what happens. I want to see some entertaining football. I don't want to be sitting watching another draw. But I was at the Poland game, as I was saying, last Thursday, and it was just, we should have won that by about 6, what it looked like on the pitch. They just had absolutely nothing going forward, and that's them without having big Lewandowski. So we need to go with that. But it'll be good to see. It's obviously a shame everything going on with Ukraine. because this is the game where we should be probably the most hyped we've been for since the Serbia game, if not more, because it is for the World Cup. If we did obviously beat Ukraine, or we got a pass because they were going to bail out. But things on the news today looked like it was actually clearing up a bit, so maybe the rescheduled games will go ahead. It really depends, because you don't, like, to be honest, I said it in my last video, I don't trust Putin at all. So even if they're saying that things are going to go right because of the agreement they're putting that Ukraine is never going to be into NATO, it's not exactly trustworthy guy that you're going to go with that information from. Yeah, got my drink here, crack on with the game, see how it goes. Got a lot of football coming up this weekend as well. Yeah, and obviously the big Scottish Cup semi-finals in the Easter weekend. Come on the lads, that's Big Neil coming in, welcome back. It's funny seeing like the Sky intros here where you've just like got absolutely nothing going for them. Got Ian Crocker chatting away now, better get the headphones in. Oh, I just banged my knee off the bloody desk. See, the way I've got this set up for watching football is like a really tight thing because I've got to move another screen in the way, and bugger hell, man, I don't want to be moving a mile away. I actually seem to be quite far away on the stream from what time I'm at. That's me just putting that headphone on now and the stream back, so you must be about 30-40 seconds away behind from what I'm actually seeing. Wow, there seems to be bugger all Austrian fans here. Would you rather be playing Wales or Austria if we do beat Ukraine though? I think that I would much rather play Wales because, yeah, they've got Gareth Bale, but if anyone can remember back to 2012, he's a bit of a diving prick, and we need to get our revenge on him for that. I just don't want to see that man happy. Might be a miserable thing to say, but his happiness just makes me sad. His sadness makes me happy. Might be ignorant, but I don't care. A wee guy there at the end of the tent looks like Mr. Bean. Looks like the exact same ball that we had they played their other match with because it's covered in dirt still. You'd rather play Austria? Like, obviously, what is it? We drew at home, beat them away. There's true, but you've got to look at who's easier to beat. And if Gareth Bale isn't playing, they would be easier because Aaron Ramsey is not what he is. He's a shell of a man of the player he used to be. Oh, sorry for picking my nose there. But you need to remember, if we do play Wales, the Tartan Army would invade Cardiff as well, which would obviously be a far better thing for our fans, because getting over to Vienna would be a bit of a mission. John McGinn is a bit tone deaf, isn't he? Fantastic player, but he cannot sing. I'm the same. I can't sing at all. Hopefully Stuart Armstrong gets a bit of confidence today. He needs it. He's been playing alright for Southampton in the FA Cup and a couple of league games, but he's got a long way to go still. He's been playing for how long now, Stuart Armstrong? Must be a good 8-9 years since he last played. Well, Steve Clark not in a suit. He's in the trackies. It's good to see, like, the Tartan Army are arguably the best fans in the world, if not the best. That many thousands of them travelling over to Austria for a friendly game. They don't have the best national anthem, do they? Ours was louder. That's Arnautovic. Jeez, I haven't heard of him in years. Like, I think he played maybe. Did he even play both games against us? I don't think he did. I think he might only played the one. Now I'm getting a bit of confidence here. I think we'll beat them. I think we'll beat them. They don't have the most tuneful national anthem, do they, Austria? Not much happening there at all. Right, well, as you can see on the screen, I've got my new scoreboard up and I've got a timer up for how long things are going. So I need to make sure I time this spot on from first half whistle. Just listening to the squads coming in here. Didn't know Lazaro played at Newcastle a couple of years ago. So that's the third time we've played Austria now in a year, maybe a year and a couple of days. Against how many times have we played Israel now in the past couple of years? Well, when's the Euro draw for what teams we're going to get in that? I do like that formation we're playing. Lewis Ferguson I actually thought was shorter than he was, so it was pretty good to see a bit of strength in that. Right. So let's see this timer thing if it works. If not, bugger it for the whole thing. Yeah. Ready and I think that works. I think that worked, so we're on time now. We have the game set off. Ball come down the right hand side here to Nathan Patterson, who's easily dispossessed there. And deflection goes back, ball stays on, keeper's got it. It is great having Ali on comms. He's so good at it. I find it weird it took him so long to realise his calling, but he is amazing. Ball going back now to Craig Gordon. Long ball up to Che Adams, who loses out the header to Dragovic. Ball comes down, John McGinn deflects it. Awful ball out there from Craig Gordon, but Andy Robertson recovers, pass it back to Tierney, the goal scorer from Thursday, who knocks out a play for an Arnautovic throw. I hope Steve Clark's got a good bit left in him. He's been fantastic for us. Long ball now coming down the right hand side. Austria heads it down, but it is offside. Scotland play advantage though. From Ryan Jack there to Stuart Armstrong. Bad pass back though. Dispossessed. Arnautovic touching it off. Austria putting a lot of pressure on here. Arnautovic gets it out wide. Findlay, how's it going, pal? Welcome back. What's your thoughts on the Sydney trip? I've heard Rangers' opinion. I don't care, really. Like, it's gonna go. It should go ahead. It'll be interesting to see, like, the abroad fans and see how they would go for it. I don't think Sydney realise what they're getting themselves in for. With the amount that might travel, but it'll be good. Go there, John McGinn there from an cross from Nathan Patterson, saved. That was good play down there from that right hand side. Come on, Austria, the Red Baron. Right. But yeah, I think the Sydney trip is going to be a bit interesting. Like, I'm not against it. I'm not for it. I'm not going to go. It's too far away. But don't think Sydney have really got in, really know what they've got themselves in for. With the Old Firm fans maybe going over there. I don't think I'll be doing a watch along for that because I'll be going to the match. I got my tickets for that and they've just obviously been rescheduled. But I'll be doing a video of my experience there and seeing what I've got for it. But I will probably be doing one for, if we, like, say we beat Ukraine or we get a pass from Ukraine. I'll be doing a watch along for the final because I won't be going to the away game. I need holiday from work. Pass down there from the right hand side from Nathan Patterson gets dispossessed. Passing back there. Austria just keeping possession now, but not much pressure coming from Scotland on the back foot. Stuart Armstrong doing a bit of pressure now. Or sorry, it's Lewis Ferguson. Long ball now from Austria over the top. Brought down. Hope Ukraine do us all a favour and batter Scotland. That's not very patriotic. Why do you think that? You can hear the Lyndon Dyke song in the background. Austria passing around the back now, putting a bit of pressure down the left-hand side for us. It's amazing how many Scotland fans there are out here. You can hear them over the home fans. It just makes you proud to be Scottish. Austria keep possession at the halfway line here, not really done much. Passed it back to their centre back, Dragovic, who's now passing it out a bit wide. I take it you're not Scottish then? Ball coming through the middle there. Coming down the left-hand side. Ball going out there. Goes right in, knocked out there for a corner. Well, why do you hate Scotland if you're Scottish, like the Scottish football team? Ball crossed in. Ooh. So there's like a 30-second difference from where I am on the stream to your view of what I've got. British. Right, but Scotland's a part of Britain. How's it going, Tom? Life's been going pretty well, to be honest. My son's growing up a little bit more. He's starting to be able to give hugs and give high fives and stuff now, which is amazing to see. Taking him to the park. John McGinn can't sing, but Rod Stewart can't kick a ball anymore. True. That's some save there from Craig Gordon, to be honest. You just hate the Scottish football team. What about Ryan Jack and Nathan Patterson and Billy Gilmore? Because I know they were big Rangers players back in the day. John McGinn there in an overlap. Scotland putting a lot of pressure down. Looking for Stuart Armstrong. Gets it in. Feeds it back there to McGinn. What's he do? He absolutely scuffed it. He should have passed it back to Che Adams. Oh, he should have passed that one back. He'll be annoyed about that. Great feedback though there from Stuart Armstrong. Oh, he just scuffed it. Probably should have shot there actually from where the angle he was at. Austria back on the attack now. Passes going back and forth. It's quite weird doing the commentary on this point. Austrian beer? What's a good Austrian beer? I've never had one. Ryan Jack's playing you. Centre mid. Not to offend our friend here, but I think that Ryan Jack's coming back a bit too soon. I don't know if the link up between him and Lewis Ferguson is going to be the strongest, but it's good to see him get some experience, because when he was playing alongside Callum McGregor in the Serbian game and stuff, he was absolutely fantastic. So it'll be good to see him get a bit more experience again, because he's not as good as he was before he went off injured. But who was it that was saying me? Jay Johnson was saying that he was actually playing very well in the European games, which I detest to watch, being a Celtic fan. Oh, he's already a member of the Tartan Army. We got him a baby's membership thing, because he should be able to go from next year. So I got my season ticket for these games, or for the Nation League games. I need to get my points up now that I'm becoming a bit older. Ryan Jack intercepted his own pass there. Pass it back there. Lewis Ferguson loses possession really badly. German beer is the best. What's my favourite? I love Tennant's and Carling. Like, very, very boring beers, but they are my favourite. I'm not a fan of Foster's, Carlsberg. Ball given away again in the midfield here. Too many mistakes here with these passes in the midfield is a bit of a letdown. We're not pressing on the wings high enough, but they do know that is our danger going forward, so they obviously have a lot more men marked down there. Great ball there through from Stuart Armstrong down to Che Adams. Stuart Armstrong catching up the pitch. Tried to do a step over and kind of stumbled. Back there to Ryan Jack. Pass back to Andy Robertson. Over to Lewis Ferguson, I think that is. Goes forward. Danish beer's okay. I don't know. Peroni's pretty good. I suppose Italian have got they've not got bad lagers. Red Stripe's good. Jamaican beer. That's really nice if any of you ever had that. You just enjoyed Denmark's win against Serbia. Oh, I didn't watch that. I didn't see the result of that. My phone's on charge. I'd rather not see any long-term injuries today. That's my main priority, because we need to keep our players. But we have a free kick here very far out. It's going to go from a lofted pass there from John McGinn. Just too much on it. I guess a second mistake from John McGinn, which is very unlike him. Bit of a shame to see that. He needs to sort of get a bit of confidence going, because he had a decent game against Poland. It's not the fact he's getting into bad positions, just his final ball's been a bit of a letdown. But saying that, he'll probably come out and score two later on, as he done before. Passing it about here again. Austria keeping possession in their own half. Arnautovic offside. I think it's the second time he's been offside now. Grant Hanley, big long balled up there from a free kick from the offside, and Austria collect it back. And then Grant Hanley gets it back in the exact same position he kicked it from. Back over to Craig Gordon now. They're doing not bad. Interception there. Scotland get it back. Great through ball, but that's a mile off Che Adams. Finishes it. If we had VAR, it'd be going to that. Who passed that? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Italian's actually not bad, Beer. First 13 minutes, it's 50-50. Definitely. Like, anything else would just be a silly conversation, to be honest, because nothing's really happened. We've definitely been better going forward, but they've been holding more possession, and they've already started to pinpoint our weak points, but our strong points I don't think they can handle. They've just been holding possession quite well in the middle of the park. What about yourself? Who do you think's been the best team so far? Did they Ericsson get another one? Was that a penalty or did they get one in open play? That's unreal. Ball coming down here, the left hand side from Austria. Couple of outs. That's a long ball. He's asking a lot of the oh boy there, and he got it. And another great save from Craig Gordon. Craig Gordon's been player of the pitch so far. Great save. He's made one with a strong left hand, and then that one there. Scotland now got the left, got the ball back in the middle of the pitch. Yeah, fair enough. There's a hard go of it there from Austria. They've had to force two really good saves from us. Back to Craig Gordon now. Bit lanky legs there, might have got in his way. Keeps possession. No, Tierney's got it. Back over there to Grant Hanley, I think. No, Ryan Jack. Tierney's got it long side. He got a goal outside the box. Oh man, I'm happy for him. That was such a tragic event last year. I remember watching it. I was actually in a paddling pool out in my back garden enjoying the heat. Actually watching it back, it was an easy save for Craig Gordon because near side of the post, and he already had his leg there. Oh, he did there. Was trying to get some length in it. I support Celtic, mate. They're my first team. Then Scotland, but if I had to pick a English or Premier League team, it would be Arsenal. Passing going quite well here. Another long ball from Austria out to this right hand side. He keeps it onside again. Andy Robertson's got his work cut out for him. Tries to go down, keeps the pressure on it, but the ball does go in. Touch out there. Oh my god, what a save again by Gordo. That's three big chances there for Austria. Arnautovic is definitely a bit hungrier. Thing is, Wales will be watching this match with intent here, trying to see if we actually go through. I don't know how Arnautovic even got the power on that. Good Austrian beers, Steigel and Ota Kringer. I don't think I've had Ota Kringer before, but I might have had Steigel, but I couldn't even tell you where. I think I had it in Latvia when I was there a few years ago. Ryan Jack keeping possession here. Back to Andy Roberts, or to Kieran Tierney. Over to Grant Hanley. Lewis Ferguson. Gordon Go for another big heaving of the ball. Lewis Ferguson getting in his own way. That's a couple of times now. Big clearance there from Kieran Tierney. Austria putting it out. Steve Clark there with the best first touch of the game. Lewis Ferguson now out wide. Nathan Patterson keeps it on, but that header was so off target. Austria now have it very comfortably and a lot of space coming down this right hand side. What's this guy? Lozano? I forgot Lozano played for Newcastle a couple of years ago, but he's got a new hairdo since the last time I saw him. He's looking pretty well though, that Lozano. Good challenge there from Hendry. Ball cleared out. Austria regain possession from a throw-in now at the halfway line. I have forgot about who we got in the next Nations League. Will be a good Denmark game there, won't it? Scotland v Denmark. In fact, I don't think that's who we got in the Nations League. Have I just been missold that? Thank you very much. Really appreciate that, mate. I do try. I only do it for fun, to be honest, because I'm a very passionate Scotland fan, and I try to do it whenever I can. But if I'm going to the game, I won't be getting many of this. Too many young Scottish players leave our league and then don't get football. It's a bit true, that. But yeah, and then you do get the ones like Andy Robertson, Kieran Tierney, who outperform and become our best players. To be in, you get guys like Nathan Patterson, who goes down to Everton and then within 2 weeks has a falling out with Lampard, and then he's just going to fall out of favour and end up going to some championship club. Well, thank you very much, Tom. I really appreciate that comment. Just keeps it easy, isn't it? Hello, Steve from South Africa. Welcome to the stream. You following Scotland today, or are you a big Austrian fan? We are League B now. Yeah, we've got Czech Republic. No, that's the one that's just happened. That's not the next one. Alright, man. If I've had a few cans in me, you'll see a different side of me, though. Completely different. Yeah, it's Ukraine, Republic of Ireland, or Armenia's in our group. I should bloody know that. I bought a season ticket. Yeah, Austria have definitely been the better team now towards the second 10 minutes of this game. Another cross coming in there. We've got a lot to deal with the size of these players. Arnautovic, he's just gagging for the ball. There's a big cross in. Goes to it. Goal. Oh my God, Craig Gordon again. Can anyone get past him? Ryan Jack got the ball now, going out wide. Oh, bit of a foul there. Good man, Steve. Craig Gordon's been player of the match so far, no doubt about it. Saved us 3 times now. It's a great ball. Arnautovic should be doing better there, to be honest. That's an absolute awful shot. Thank you very much, Hayden. Come on, Scotland. Well, we need to be doing better than what we've been doing so far. A bit of a letdown. Cross. Oh, save there from their keeper. Scotland flags have been banned. And on the chat, have we? I didn't do that. I never picked that. I don't know if that's a... You can't wave flags anymore. There might be a thing about that, actually, that you can't wave flags anymore in case people come in waving the Russia flag. They might have just banned them all. Because that wasn't my choice. But I don't know the rules now and what YouTube's doing about that. Who went down there? I heard Kieran Tierney's elbow, but it didn't look that bad, to be honest. But I'm not the one that get elbowed in the face. Oh, rightio. Scotland need to start doing something a bit more here. Oh man, definitely. Well, I'll be going to most of the Nations League home games. I'll be definitely going to the Ireland one. The Ukraine one, possibly not. Just because it'll be rescheduled for the match if we do play Ukraine. But I'll be going to the actual Ukraine game. It's just an absolute mission. Thanks very much, Tom. I'd love to go for a pint with you. You seem like a great guy too. So that was the best thing. Just go out for a pint, get absolutely leathered and go to the football. But the problem, I've got work tomorrow morning, so I kind of get too burnt tonight. Had my one can for good luck, and after that I'll be back on the Ribena. The Russian flag is okay. I can't see when you say that. It just goes RU. How's the Scotland flag been banned? There's no emoji flag for Scotland. Coming back here, ball come out. Not really much happening. I can't see any flags. There's a foul there for Scotland. I don't see any flags in my emoji list actually. I don't normally send them. I've got the gay pride flag, I've got a red flag, got a white flag, a black flag that we've seen, a checkered flag, a red flag, and cross flags. It's the only ones I've got. We've been bad. Definitely been a lot worse since the first 10 minutes. We are keeping possession down here on the right hand side now. Ball comes back out there to Nathan Patterson, cross it into Lewis Ferguson, pass it back to Ryan Jack and Kieran Tierney now. We need to do a bit pushing forward here. They're definitely beat us on size. They're a far bigger team, but we need to be winning on pace. Great dummy there from Che Adams, who feeds it back, but his first control there couldn't let him go. Ball comes through there. Arnautovic is crying for something, but nothing happened to him. He just stumbled. Ball going down there. Ryan Jack looking for someone available. John McGinn's out far left here, further back than Andy Robertson, but it's a good place to be. He got the ball. You've been an Aberdeen fan. You were mentioning that earlier on. I've actually only ever been to Hampden about... Well, to be fair, I say nonsense. I've been to Aberdeen or Hampden loads of times there. All for Scotland games. Who would I bring on at half time? Callum McGregor, Billy Gilmore. They're the first two names on the list. We need a bit of creativity in that midfield because that's where they keep coming down. They're dominating, going down the wings to the middle to the next wing. Just as if it's a basic, like, that's the route they're taking. Big shot here, blocked there by Ryan Jack. People from Costa Rica find the Scottish flag offensive. So you said the Ukraine flag's fine, but that's not appearing for me. It just comes UA, 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 UA. I mean, you mentioned before you're a Dundee United fan. We were chatting about Gary Mackay-Steven back in the day. What a ball out to Che Adams there. Can he control it? He does. He gets it on his left, turns it back, gets a shot off, and just hits the side nets. Yeah, every time you're posting flags, I can't see what's on the flags at all. It's just black for me. I think YouTube have banned every flag because, as I was saying, the only ones I've got is like a checkered flag. Them ones, them ones, them ones, them ones. Don't even know if it happens. But they're the only flags I'm able to see. John again here taking the corner. Both arms in the air, ready to cross it in. Looks a bit wide. Keeps it on, hits the bar, it's in! Jack Hendry gets the first goal of the game for Scotland. Well, John McGinn, coming back from earlier on, sorts out his footing to get an unbelievable cross there. Someone's down on the floor. I think he's whinging about something there. It didn't go wrong. Oh, check this out as well. My scoreboard. There we go. Look at that. I've got a virtual scoreboard now. Keeps it going. Come on, Scotland. I thought that was going miles off. Who gets that? Hanley cross it back in. Crossed. Oh, Jack Hendry actually got the first touch to it. To be fair, that was an absolute apprciate, but it'll do. The Red Baron is angry. It's good having people in supporting different teams though. Keeps it entertaining. I'm surprised that we've went ahead here. I thought we have been second best, but that is a sign of a team that we need to beat at the minute. Is a team that can actually perform well when we've not been the best team. Jack Hendry's actually got some beak in him, like he's some keeper, some boy at the back. Is it Club Brugge he moved to now from, or is it Anderlecht? Was he at Club Brugge and moved to Anderlecht, or the other way around? Oh no, it was Ost End to Club Brugge. He's not played at Anderlecht, that's it. Austria keeping possession here of the ball. Big lofted through ball there. Touchdown, and Craig Gordon's got it. Just waiting for somebody to run at him to collect it. Oh yeah, man. Wales won't even be writing notes down. They'll be analysing this game with an absolute microscope. He wasn't great at Celtic, but sometimes you got to move to be better. Like, look at Andy Robertson. Wasn't great at Celtic. Celtic even released him at a young age. And then he's the Champions League winner. Just because you were rubbish at one team doesn't mean you're going to be awful forever. You'd rather support Northern Ireland? I suppose that is a very split down the middle place over there. I used to live in Northern Ireland for about a year and a bit whenever I was in uni. Some sides of the river were safe, some sides of the river were not safe. Arnautovic here coming down the right hand side. Big cross in. He falls. No foul though. Oh, he keeps it played. Very well tackled there from Stu Armstrong, I think. Or no, Lewis Ferguson that was. Just listening to the Scotland chants here. They are loud. They're actually a lot louder than I thought they would be. Cannot hear one Austrian fan actually. Keeps it through there. Another great pass. Another great block, though. Scotland handling the pressure. I lived in Derry. Or, to not offend you, Londonderry. But, yeah. It is Derry. Oh, Che Adams doing great control there, taking the ball off. Passing through there quite well. Grant Hanley there, great first fade touch there. Brings it down. Cross comes right through there. Lozano knocks it out. Andy Robertson takes it. Oh, he's about to take a quick throw there. No one made it available. Great block there from Grant Hanley, actually. He looks fuming. Yeah. Northern Ireland, I would say, is a lot more divided than Scotland, to be honest. Because you obviously have a lot more fans from different teams and people that just don't care about football and stuff, whereas Northern Ireland is Celtic and Rangers, and that's it. Nothing else matters. But the problem with that is, like, there's about, I'd say 70%, like 7 out of 10 people will be Protestant across Northern Ireland. But then you would have a city like Derry, that is predominantly Catholic, with one side of the river, and then the other side of the river was completely Protestant. And you wouldn't live on the other side. You only drive through it. Yes, Scotland aren't as divided as people make it out to be, but Northern Ireland is still like that. Austrian keeping possession here in the middle of the park. Not so much happening though. Ball's coming around, flicks it down. Oh, that's a bit of a foul there from John McKinn that didn't need to be done. Steve Clark looking a bit confused about why he done that. I think I would change my subs now at half time if we do go in and winning. I don't think we need to risk Billy Gilmore, but then again, we're probably not going to have a game now till June, and I don't really care what happens in with Norwich, so that's not really going to bother me. Yeah, like I went to mixed school when I was younger. It was mostly Protestants, but like some Catholics were in, and it's nothing to do with Catholics and Protestants anymore, really, at all. Like, I'm not religious. I couldn't even tell you the Pope's name, and my dad's a Protestant, my mum's a Catholic, so it doesn't really exist as much anymore. Oh my God, what another save. When a block comes through and he misses again. Full credit to Craig Gordon here, playing a blinder. Arnautovic looks to be actually a bit confused about how these aren't going in. Kieran Tierney there with a clearance off the line. Yeah, it's definitely blown out of exaggeration, from what you hear on the news and stuff. Like, news are trying to sell stories and clicks and likes and everything. But in saying that, like, where was I the other day? When I was in Blackpool, of all places, there was a drunk blonde girl outside the nightclub singing songs about dead Catholics and stuff, and you just look at her and say, you are just the bad stereotype that people in the news get talked about. So what does that actually mean for you at all? Every fans have got their own bad fans and their ultras and stuff, and by going around and promoting it, you are following into that category, just to try and get a bit of respect about people that you don't really want to be involved with. You pick a team, you stick with them forever, but just don't be a dick. It's kind of how you should just go with life. Obviously, you hate your rivals with a passion, but when you start to bring in sectarian and stuff that people can't choose about it, that's when you've got to really look at it as if, are you the problem? What's that Reddit thread? Am I the asshole? Massively, man. Scotland knocks it out there. It's going to be a... Oh, what? I'll take that. Goal kick there to Scotland from I don't think so. I think Lima's right. It does. It's just don't be a dick. You'll get along a lot better in life. Oof. It's a bit of a rough one, that goal, but you take it. Fair play, Scotland. Austria now in a good counter-attack. Kalajdzic gets it out here on the left. Pass back. It is a bit of a shock how Austria are not in this game as much. By far not over yet. Yeah. Some people take offence to it, some people don't. Some people sing them, some people don't. It's better just singing about the players than the sectarian songs through history of religion, because you just look like an absolute walloper if you do. Lots of love to Scotland from a Denmark, by the way. Haven't even said that yet. Oh man, definitely. It was great playing news as well in this game as well. You really showed us what for in the first game, but that second game we thought we'd done pretty well for ourselves. In a game we needed to win to make sure we're top seeded. Che Adams has been very good at winning specific fouls here in really good places, so quite proud of him for that. Other than that, the biggest highlights so far have been Austria's, but obviously we've got the goal, which has come against the run of play over the first 40 minutes or so. Oh yeah. We have Celtic v Rangers this Sunday. Che Adams gets the ball. Back down. Robertson with a cross in there. No one on the end of it. Comes back out there. I think that's Ryan Jack or Lewis Ferguson. I need to get my numbers. I don't know what's Ryan Jack's number, what's Lewis Ferguson's number, because I keep getting them mixed up. Ryan Jack's 16 and Lewis Ferguson's 20. And Edgefish come down. That's never a foul. Oh, that's dirty though. Oh, that's a yellow. Absolutely stacked and just brings Jack Henry down. That's got to be a yellow card for Arnautovic. It's good to see Scotland performing so well over these last couple of years. I've missed it my whole life. Hopefully my son gets to watch it a bit more whenever he's grown up as well. Ball comes down there, long cross. Jack Hendry lets it roll out so we can get a throw on the halfway line. Slowing pace down just a little bit there. Pass the ball over there to Nathan Patterson, takes a quick throw into Ryan Jack. Looking for Stuart Armstrong to be available, wasn't quite. Makes a smart decision, plays it back there. Hanley to Robertson. Over to Tierney, waiting for a bit of push up there. Yeah, get used to just all the videos on YouTube. Oh yeah, like the ones that get views are the ones that are like the small minority. I'm a Celtic fan, mate. My second team though of like pick club football is Arsenal, just for family reasons. But yeah, Celtic's my born and bred team. Yeah. Don't get me wrong though, like there has been times where it can get bad between Celtic and Rangers, but it is few and far between. You don't want to lose. Like there's more verbal abuse and slagging off than actual physical violence, but there is traits of vandalism, that's just not that should just not be involved with at all. Like, say whatever you want to people, call them a fanny, call them a dick, say you're a loser, to that sort of, well, go a bit further than that if you know them. But when it comes to actual physical violence, threats, all that sort of stuff, you're a wrong'un. Like, there's no point to doing that. It's not about religion, it's just about bragging rights, and Scotland take that very seriously. At least when you aren't from Scotland yourself. Oh, definitely, mate. Media makes it huge. It is still the world's biggest rivalry, don't get me wrong. Maybe River Plate and Boca Juniors, you can argue about most dangerous rivalries and stuff like that, but it is one of the biggest ones you can go for. Portugal's just taken 1-0 up there against North Macedonia. You didn't really see that one coming, but some result for North Macedonia to beat Italy. If they got into the World Cup through that route, it would have been unbelievable for them. Bad shot there from Austria. Easy for Craig Gordon. I'd say some of these saves are making him look better than he is. Big long ball there over the right there, looking for Nathan Patterson, who's busting a gut to get there. Keeps it on side by just a fraction. He needs someone to come in to join him. Only Che Adams in the middle, who was absolutely surrounded, brings it down there. Ryan Jack's got the ball now. Pass it back over there to John McGinn, looking for someone to be available. Goes for a long shot, and it barely stayed inside the 6-yard box from that distance. Great ball down there to Nathan Patterson, though, bursting a gut to keep it on. I do wish Nathan Patterson didn't piss off Frank Lampard. Be great to see him get a good few more minutes, because if we had the left backs of Tierney and Robertson and then we had Nathan Patterson, would be a lot more dangerous, but he's just not getting the minutes at the moment. I think he'll probably be getting sold in the summer. Big heath there from Craig Gordon. Oh, clash of heads there. Both players up quickly though. Austria regain possession. You're a season ticket holder for your local club, AGF in the Danish. AGF in the Danish Super League, and we once burned down the apartment of one of our former players. Jesus, pal, what'd you do that for? Or was that? I take it wasn't you specifically. It was the your fans that did that, or was if you were involved, just don't have to say. Hi, I thought that, yeah. 1 minute into half time here. I'll take one now going into the first half. I might change my subs that you were asking me earlier on about. Finlay, you were saying who I would sub on at half time, and I said I would sub on Billy Gilmore and Cal McGregor. I don't think I would make them subs right now. I would probably like to see a couple of. Sorry, I've got the team sheet over here at the left. Kenny McLean's not going to play today. He came down with a bug this morning, so I don't think he'll come on. Jacob Brown, I would like to see possibly come on, but not for a while yet. Che Adams, he's proven now that he's fantastic. I think what he means when he says felt like Argentina, it's like the Boca Juniors River Plate fans, where they take things so serious. They need to get about 1,000 police just to get involved. Right, well, that's half time. You pause the clock. Happy days. Right, I'm going to get myself a drink and I will be back. Yo. Just went down the stairs there. Get my chair right first. Huge shout out there to Jacob, by the way, for the dono. Thank you very much, man. Thank you. Really did not expect that. Don't do this for the donations or anything, just do it for the fun, but really appreciate that, and thank you so much. So what do you reckon with the game so far? I think we're lucky to be ahead. They've definitely had better of the chances, just by get the stats page up here on my phone. But we're in the lead. What is the stats? Yeah, they've had more of the ball. When they've had more of the ball, it is near their end of the halfway line. More attempts. Actually, they're only one shot on goal ahead of us. It really seemed a bit more, way more in their side. We've had way more free kicks as well. It looked a bit more dangerous. So maybe we're not doing as bad as we think we're doing. It might just be overcritical at the minute. Yeah, we'll take that. Yeah, let me catch up in the chat there. His apartment got burned down because... Sorry, what for? Like the way things go down in Argentina from time to time when it comes to craziness. Yeah, normally goes absolutely mental. They're very passionate people, the Argentinians, but the Brazilians are very similar as well. It's definitely a South American behaviour. Paraguay, I know, has got one of the worst prisons in the world, so they can get a bit rowdy down there. Craig Gordon, man of the match so far, 100%. He's the reason we're not like 3 behind. The one though from the right hand side, I think he made it look more difficult than it was, but the other 2 saves he's done were absolutely incredible. The near post one I'm on about, that's the one that looked a bit easier on the replay than it did in real time. So we'll take that. The Denmark team is looking good. It is good to see that. Oh man, just Ribena. I've got work in the morning. I had my 1 can before the game. Yeah, but I've got a cool Game of Thrones mug. But that's because Game of Thrones was good at the point I got this mug. Or chalice, whatever you want to call it. Oh man, love my Ribena. Used to be a big orange juice guy and then sort of switched to Ribena in the past year or so. England versus Denmark was a good game. Yeah, that was a very good game. Denmark were so unlucky not to go through as well. Obviously, the most horrific thing in the world happened to them. And then they had to rise above that and go a bit further on. So I remember watching that game just on the edge of my seat, cheering Denmark on as if it was Scotland that got that far. Yeah, a good game against Serbia today. Yeah, I didn't see the game. I was at work and getting stuff ready, but good to see he's won. I've got a little bit of a soft spot for Serbia because their fans were very kind to us after we beat them on their home ground. At least the ones I spoke to online were very good in congratulating us. So there's always a bit of respect for teams that do that. Yeah, I'll put the highlights on when I go to bed later on. See how they got on with that. Fair result in the end, but I said it end to end the other way. Let's just say Sterling isn't particularly popular here. Sterling's only popular in England and at Man City. Other than that, even some Man City fans don't like him because he is a bit of a, let's say, diving board fanatic. Yeah, him and he's good mates with Tom Daly. So yeah, my Ribena, man. Keeps me going when I'm playing Call of Duty later on as well. Well, I've not played Call of Duty in about 2 weeks. Game got very, very boring. Do any of you guys play video games? Wow, that new advert there for Hermes has actually had to rebrand themselves after being the worst delivery company in the world. Something just came through there. I got a boom 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 boom, but I won't tell me what it is. Oh, that's why I didn't get the thing that came through, Tom. wasn't scrolled up, but thank you very, very much there for the $5. I don't know if you heard me give you a shout out. I don't have the notification thing on screen because it didn't let me know. Where's my alert box? Alert box is a bit behind stuff. But yeah, I did get it. Thank you so much again, mate, for the dono. Really, really appreciate that. Football Manager. Oh man, Football Manager is one of them games I get lost in. You were watching this in the TV until your TV crashed. Oh, it's a shiter. What happened to your TV? Get yourself a Samsung. It's quite weird because I've got a big 65-inch telly down the stairs, and then I just switch on this so I can do the stream because I can't be arsed moving my desk and all that downstairs. But I've got a good wee monitor here. Thank you very much, Max. It's great to have you here. We just have some decent chats about football, specifically Scotland and Scottish football. But got quite a few boys here from around the world. We got a Denmark fan here. We got a South African fan. Oh my God, Jesus! Nearly scored straight away from that one. We just turned off. The power went. Oh damn! I forgot the timer. Right, if I start that. Don't know if that's going to go. That timer's not going. Here's the thing. Will we beat Ukraine? My opinion on beating Ukraine is so mixed because I want to give them a fair game. I want to see them do well. But Scotland comes first. And if we were to give them a pass and not play it full, it would just seem a bit of a weird thing to do. But there was like rumours and stuff that they're going to get a bye into the tournament, but who knows what happens. Scuffed it, get rid of that ball. Craig Gordon gets it now. Not showing the game here in South Africa, sorry. Luckily I found this channel. Man, I will do every game that I'm here for. I'll never miss a Scotland game. If I do miss a Scotland game, I'll be at it, and there'll be a video of me being there and stuff. It's the only thing I've got time for to dedicate football to is my country. You ran out of beer, so you're drinking orange juice. Oh, never run out of beer, man. Never run out of beer when you want beer. I was at a stag do. Like, I went from the Scotland game to a stag do last weekend, so even having that one beer today was turning my throat off. I just wasn't ready for it. Oh, why can't I start that? Oh, there we go now. But can I add time? Stop. If I start that, then it might work. You play Football Manager, a lot of strategy games. Used to play COD and other FPS games back in the day, but fallen a bit off. It definitely seemed like a bit of a lockdown thing for me. Playing a lot of Call of Duty, and I played it like up till recently, till like a couple of weeks ago, but I've just not got the interest in it anymore. My little boy's getting a bit older now, so I want to start spending a lot more time with him. So he's got stuff to look forward to, and end up playing video games with him whenever he gets to the age. Man, I'd be raging too. I don't know how you run out of beer. I've always got stocks. If I'm down to like my final couple of cans, I'm going there straight away to get it. That is not the time I wanted. Can I time it? No. Oh, I'm getting this timer to work if it's the last thing I do. $48. Can I get to 45 here? Oh man, don't go away. I'm dedicated to getting this timer to start at the exact right time, but the timer flicked away in the screen. 48:56. Go. Ah, sound. Got it. We have the time going spot on. Oh, I put it the wrong minute. Someone just shout and robble. Got the right second, but by far the wrong minute. Oh, just trying to get edited to this now. So far, nothing's really happened there apart from a free kick there for Austria. Right, 49-31. We go for it. It's punishable by death. Running out. If you got like vodka or something in your house. Big long ball there for Craig Gordon, went to absolutely nobody. Austria now in a very dangerous counter attack, but it comes through. Who's that? Nathan Patterson? Yeah. Oh, ball come out there from Craig Gordon. Hits it right off Arnautovic, goes for a claw. He should have passed that in the middle. Arnautovic there is getting his absolute ear chewed off there. Going to be an Austrian throw here at the halfway line. Back to their captain. Oh man, I love beer too. I need to lay off the beer. I've put on quite a bit of weight though. And when you turn 30, every beer takes like a lot of exercise to wear off. Exercise is a thing that just lacks, but I'm going to start getting a bit more into that now. Dragovic now with a big cross. Nope, changes his mind, goes out here to the right hand side, pass back there, comes to Dragovic there from Lozano. Pass there, and I don't know all the Austrian players. Absolute challenge for me to try and remember them all. Pass in the back. Che Adams failing to track his man there, but he gets the cross away. Grant Hanley gets it away with a header, comes back down there. Outside ball over the top. Arnautovic gagging for the ball. Touchdown, touchdown. Nathan Patterson gets in front of him. Doesn't get it cleared though. Hoofed away there first. I don't know if that was a shot, a corner, or whatever he was trying to do, but Scotland have got a throw in now. We could just talk about beer all night because there's not really much happening in this match since the goal. Unless you just want to shout me out random players that I've been chatting about all night. What is your favourite beer then, Max? Couple of balls pass about there. So far Austria playing well here. Penalty to Poland. Well, can the same penalty take, or I take it they'll be playing Lewandowski today though, surely. I didn't even look at the squad. Who is on it? What's the best Scottish beer? Ah man, I'm biased as fuck. Tennent's for me all day long. I would like to see Poland go through against Sweden. We've seen Sweden quite a bit, and I want Lewandowski to actually get a bit more recognition because he's unbelievable. Great pass coming in there. Oh, deflected out. It's going to be a corner here to Austria. What's England score? 2-0, and Aurier gets sent off. Sterling with an assist and a goal. Ben White came on. That's quite good for me. The green stuff. What's the green stuff? Apple cider. Che Adams gets the corner away. Awful header down though. Stuart Armstrong comes forward, but no one's up there to help him. Desperate for somebody to be available. He's going to lose his head a little bit there because he should be tracking this Lozano boy a bit more. He's just not doing it. Robertson is on Baumgartner here with like a rash. Oh, that's a challenge and a half. England's playing Ivory Coast in a friendly. Go on, Lewandowski. Happy days. I would like to see Poland play well because they were really cool. They were really cool on Thursday. I met quite a few of their fans walking up. They were sound as. Who do you think I would win between Arsenal and Celtic? Who I think would win is different to who I would want to win. I think Arsenal would beat Celtic, but everyone thought Celtic would lose to Barcelona as well. Come on, Armstrong, man. That's shocking from you. Track that ball. There's a reason Kieran Tierney left Celtic to go to Arsenal. Stuart Armstrong's lost his head here. He didn't get a foul. He's now not tracking it, and his passing just went way off. He didn't even chase the pass that he should have got. Oh, that's a foul and a half on Tierney. That's a bit of a shocker. That Jacob Brown on a Connor Hickey. I think that was PSG. They lost 7-1 to. But different times. But then Rangers did get pumped 3-0 by that same team, same year. Armstrong's actually got a little bit of her head back on him now. This play slowed down a bit, which is good to see. Comes straight back there. Robertson's got it back there. Out to Stuart Armstrong. Takes it back there to Robertson. Down cross there to Nathan Patterson. Tierney. John McGinn. Super John McGinn. Gets it on. What play came down that left-hand side there. Fantastic. Man, every pass there, it was like watching bloody Barcelona in 2010. Unreal. How many passes went and happened there? Tierney to Robertson, Robertson to Stuart Armstrong, Robertson to Tierney, Tierney to John McGinn, roof of the net. That left-hand side for Scotland, if you fall asleep, is just an absolute shambles for whoever they're playing, because they will score. That's the best two left-backs in the world they're lining up. Unbelievable. Aye, 2-0 now. Was it 5-1 that year? Even Ali McCoist is buzzing about that one. Fantastic there. Oh, if only this was the night that we would have qualified for the World Cup. Let's get the wee live scoreboard up. Fantastic stuff there. Ooh, nearly got straight on the bloody, what do you call it, a misery compiler. Oh, easy, man. But it's not even that. The best two left backs. In one position, we've got the best two players. So it's Nathan Patterson's off for Stephen O'Donnell. Aaron Hickey's on for Andy Robertson. And Ryan Jack is off for Scott McTominay. Quite reasonable subs, to be honest. Andy Robertson needs to stay fit now for Liverpool. He's probably just said, take me off. That's it. Done deal. Give him a run out. I want to see what Aaron Hickey does, to be honest. Oof. Super John again, man. Always a goal against Austria. Che Adams is an... you're right. I'm just going to leave it at that. Che Adams is a machine. He's got some amount of energy for him, and he's just like a massive unit of a guy. He was so good for Southampton. I love the John McGinn bloody celebration. Just going to read out some of the other scores here at the minute. Aye, with one punch too. So Belgium's winning 2-0 against Burkina Faso. Bosnia and Luxembourg at 0-0. England's 2-0 up against Ivory Coast. Ireland at 0-0 against Lithuania. Holland versus Germany, 1-0 to Germany. Northern Ireland versus Hungary is 1-0 Hungary. 3-0 to Spain against Iceland. Italy is beating Turkey 2-1. Wales and Czech Republic are 1 each. Mauritiana, and I don't know how to spell that name, I've never heard of it, are playing Libya and they're winning 1-0, and France is 2-0 up against South Africa. Wait, James Tavernier is better than Kieran Tierney? No. Celtic should win. No. That's a no. There's no way in any form of football that it's the best. He's better than Kieran Tierney. Kieran Tierney is the future Arsenal captain. He's already had the captain armband, I think, about 6 times this season. Kieran Tierney has been on the Premier League Team of the Week so many times as well. Oh, I can't get my socks right. Tavernier scores more goals. I don't really want a fullback that can score goals. I want them to get crosses and an assist. If your left back is getting more goals than anyone else, that's something you might want to register. Not saying they shouldn't get a goal here and there, but you want the crosses going in from your fullbacks. And the level that Kieran Tierney's doing it at is far higher than the Scottish football, which is, yeah, kills me to say that, but it's true. Another corner here for Scotland, taken by Stuart Armstrong. Whips it in, cleared away there. That's definitely off. You got a picture of your squirrel sitting on your fence looking buff. Yeah. Tierney makes some amount of tackles as well. I'd say without him, Arsenal wouldn't be in the Champions League spots this year. Ball's getting passed about here. Ball come in, Craig Gordon comes and collects it. Nice and safe. Scotland fans are so good away. I think they were named the best fans at the Euros, weren't they? With all the cleaning up and stuff they did. It's definitely taking a lot of people's note. Whereas the English fans, as we know, absolutely destroyed their own place. Like, I went to this England versus Italy final. Do you think he'll stay at Arsenal? I'm fairly confident if they do sell Lacazette, he's going to get the captaincy from the amount of times he's already collected his armband. But here Real Madrid is in for him, which would be great for great for Scotland team, but I don't want him to go there. But yeah, I think he will go somewhere else. I think also Man City were in for him as well. Oh yeah, definitely. Like, we've no good striker though. Lacazette isn't. He's good at holding the ball. I'll give him that. But his decision making at times is so bad. Like there's so many opportunities Lacazette has where he can pass a through ball, no bother. But it's because he's on a goal drought. He'll have a goal still, trying to get that drought finished. And it's just like no, you could like we've drawn games we should have won, and we've lost games that we could have drawn because of him. Especially that one I remember against Burnley, I think in January. I can't really say much because we're on great form at the minute, but we could be doing a lot better. Like we're not far off Chelsea realistically, which is an absolute miracle based on the fact we lost our first 3 games with a -12 goal difference. England fans deserve bad rep, man. I went to 3 of the games in the Euros. I saw Scotland versus England, England versus Germany, and England versus Italy in the final. And the fans were absolute monsters. The state they left the place in. Like, I saw a child get clotheslined by another English fan. The racial abuse that they gave to their own players online for missing the penalties. It's a shock. Like, it's just something that other countries you just wouldn't even get that in at all. That obviously that doesn't mean all of them. Like, I know I went to the games with English fans who were absolutely sound, had a good day. A lot of my friends are English. I live in England myself, but some of the ultras and stuff, there's a lot more of them than than you would actually think. I think our wing back Makalele could give KT a run for his money. Oh, Mahale, yeah, he's all right, but he's not done enough for me. I've heard of his name before as well. Man United, McTominay, so they're quite good. Man United are in dire straits at the minute. What Van Gaal came out and said on the news, that they're a commercial club, not a football club, it really reigns a bit true. They keep throwing money at stuff and it just doesn't stick. Since Fergie left, like they did win the Europa League when they had Mourinho, but other than that, they're a bit. The racial abuse wasn't England fans. It was. One of them was an actual English teacher in school, and he lost his job over it. Yeah, that's true. Booing another country's national anthem, unless you booed Russia's, which I think you would get applause for. Yeah, but England come out and boo national anthems and stuff quite regularly. I like McSauce too, but I don't think he's a better player for Scotland than he is for Man United, which is something to appreciate. I enjoy watching clips of the England fans on YouTube, but I never want to be near them. Man, I was scared like when I was near them as well. It was a good job we drew that game, because they were a bit of a nightmare. Like there was a poor Italian guy that got taken away to hospital after getting jumped as well. It was an absolute disgrace, especially from England being granted the fact they were going to host so many of the matches as well compared to every other country. It was an absolute joke. You know what? I don't know. Tom, can you shed some light on that? Why do they call him McSauce? I don't actually know the story behind that. We hip you. I think if you were to boo Russia's national anthem right now, you'd get a buy for it. Oh man, Putin's a walloper. Vladimir Putin. Haven't heard that one. Scotland fans can't talk. Seen a video of them throwing a wee Asian in a fountain. Was that not the other Scottish guy, though? Oh, no, that's the story. I've seen that video too. That wee guy came out and he was shouting at them. He started the fight. Hang on. That's the wee guy that came out and started punching people. Wait, I've got the video here. That was the wee guy that got wide and started hitting people. And then he comes out and hugs all his mates again. Yeah, he comes out, shakes his hand. He done it with his mates. Yeah, he came out the fountain, hugged his mates and shook his hand. Hibs fans throw Edul Abdul. Is that not the fact that he was a Hibs fan or something? Hang on. Aye, that's it. He's the Rangers fan that was giving them giving the Hibs fans abuse. It was nothing to do with Scotland versus any other country's fans. That was Hibs fans versus Rangers fans. Aye, you can't bring nationality into that. I thought he was swinging his arms though when he was getting picked up, which is fair enough. But he's the guy that got a bit cheeky with the Hibs fans, and then they threw him in a fountain. That's what I just said. That was that's nothing to do with Scottish fans, Rangers fans, or sorry, Scotland fan, English fans. That was Hibs and Rangers fans arguing. You can't say that about the Scotland fans. That's what the title of the video is. Hibs fans throw EDL Abdul in the fountain. Apparently that's what it says here. He was shouting abuse at them online before and they found him. But that's him there. It's on the newspaper here. He was giving them a big one, and then they found him and threw him in the fountain after he was being cheeky to them. It's not it is a scummy thing to do, but it was nothing to do with Scotland fans or England fans. That's your club team. Nothing to do with country. Yeah. It's a bit hard to argue that one, to be honest, because that's not Scotland fans. He is part of the EDL, yeah. The English Defence League, coming out supporting Scotland. You can hear the Scotland fans still shouting. Oh, great save there again by Craig Gordon. EDL Abdul. I think so. Oh, it wasn't Hibs fans, it's Hearts fans. The video's titled wrong. Well, he's wearing a Scotland flag. So it's Scotland versus Scotland. Arnautovic there gets absolutely great interception there from Stephen O'Donnell. Our weakness is our right hand side. And, oh, that wasn't really a foul, John. Oh, it was? Fair enough. He did get up laughing, but there's articles about it, because we've only seen the end of like the result of it. That video's been cut down to hell because it's only 46 seconds long. He got banned from football teams for doing sectarian stuff. All the sectarian chants and that. It's not about that though. That's the same as like saying that Celtic and Rangers fans will never fight when we've already discussed the fact they will. Hearts and Hibs fans are going to argue and fight. Dundee and Dundee United fans are going to argue and fight. Just because they both happen to be at an event for Scotland doesn't mean they're abusing a Scotland fan. And to be fair, reading the articles about it, is he's started it with all his EDL chants, his sectarian chants and stuff, and they got found out by a guy that he was fighting with online, who just done it all. You can't say he's absolutely harmless when he's chanting all the sectarian songs that we've already said that they can't be done. Like, that's not right. Like, you read earlier on that, you said earlier on that you can't be doing that, and he's been doing that a lot. Yeah, but it's nothing to do with Scotland fans. Austria get the goal there. 2-1. Game on. Yeah, but Scotland fans are great when they're supporting Scotland. Not when they're supporting their teams. I'm a Celtic fan, but it's not. This is a bit to do with Hearts fans and Rangers fans. And to be fair, everything you hear about this guy, he was banned from his own team for singing sectarian songs. Ball come back there. Austria definitely coming into this game a bit more. It was a bit... Ooh, jeez. It was coming, to be fair. The Austria goal. Yeah, Billy Gilmore definitely needs to come on. Didn't realise my clock had stopped. If he just wants to belong, that's fine, but singing sectarian songs and get his banned from his own team isn't the way to go about it. That's where my timer went wrong. Went up to an hour. Don't know if that makes that work. How did the goal happen? A cross from a free kick, I think. I wasn't paying much attention to it at that time. It was a bit of a shocker from us. Oh, I need to work out this timer. As soon as I hit an hour, it just went into extra minutes. I saw an England fan close line another child, and it was like another England fan. Saw that one with my own eyes when they were running into Wembley and they stormed the line. When they stormed like the gates and stuff, the fans were kicking their own fans. But that wouldn't happen in Scotland. The fans wouldn't be storming into the stadium trying to get in and stuff. It's an awful cross there from the Austrian right back. Don't know where he was aiming for that one. Forgot to change that. Oh, cool. Long throw there. Comes back in. John McGinn takes it down. Just realised John McGinn took the armband as well. Billy Gilmore making a good tackle in there, intercepted by Grant Hanley. Nathan Patterson tries to keep control of the ball. Nathan Patterson playing on the left hand side. No, he got subbed off. That's Aaron Hickey. My bad. Give a wee update on scores there. Holland has equalised against Germany. Portugal is now 2-0 up against North Macedonia. Pretty unfortunate to see them go off. Ireland scored against Lithuania. And we carry on from that. Oh no, the kid was running in and the guy just went bang, like in the face. And the kid would have been about 10, if that. Don't know where his dad was, but he's probably like, you just run in and go and hide or something. Who's Denmark's main rivals? It's got to be other Scandinavian countries, surely, but I'm not 100%. Yeah, I'd like to see Poland go through. Is that another goal for them? Yeah. Germany's would be, was it France or England? Probably. Lozano coming down here on the right hand side. He's not off, mate. Put your arms down, you lose some speed. Tierney takes that well. Goes out there. Austria applying the pressure on here quite late. Oh no, Austria getting the pressure on there. Never a handball though. Kieran Tierney doing what he does best there at defending. Head switched on right. Both arms behind his back. Lozano goes in there for a cross. Beats the first man there. Comes straight back out. Number 10 gets a cross there. Somebody got absolutely dinged in the face. He stays up though. I miss Ryan Christie coming on. Stuart Armstrong came off for Ryan Christie. Argentina, yeah, I suppose since that handball incident, the Maradona one. Very rare they get to play each other. Is that true? I didn't know that. I suppose you don't really hear about many other... Oh, Denmark, or sorry, Austria just scored an absolute peach. We hate the Tories more than anything. I don't think we hate the English people as much. It is an older generation thing, but we do hate the Tory government. I think there's only like one constituency in Scotland, maybe two, that is conservative. That's some goal there for Austria to equalise 2 each. They're definitely getting that in. Oh, John McGinn could have cleared it a bit better. That's a shame. I can't really say that Austria don't deserve to be in this because they were flying at the start, but it's just unfortunate to see. Good comeback for them. No, I don't think the SNP are worse. They've got their own people in mind by a lot more. I'm not turning this into a political debate though, but I don't agree with that. SNP have made things so much cheaper for the people. They made like so much. I put a lot more in. Oh no. Oh Jesus! Good save by Craig Gordon. I can't get on with Labour. I do not like their leader Keir Starmer. I prefer Jeremy Corbyn. Oh man. Austria have come back here fighting. Yeah, Craig Gordon saving us in there. Kieran Tierney mistake. How's it going, Lee? Oh, bit of a nervy finish here, mate. We're 2-0 up, now we're 2 each. I'm glad this is only a friendly, because if this was the actual World Cup qualifier, it'd be pulling me off the ceiling. For sure. John again now with a cross in. Big cross in. Oh! Oh, what's going on there? Good clearance there eventually by Lozano. Getting manhandled there though. Oh, that's a foul. Yeah, an unlucky 2-2 there. I think you're ahead of the time zone I'm on, because I'm on 84 minutes and 50 seconds at this point. My stream is on a delay from the Sky app. Oh, Craig Gordon. That's not even close. I know he's let 2 in, but by far the best player on the pitch tonight. He's the reason we're not like 6 behind. Yeah, British politics are mental. Because they've also got, each country has their own political parties as well. What a shame that is there. Yeah, I'd like to see... a draw is definitely more in the favour of us for how well we've performed tonight. I just want to keep this unbeaten record going, even if it is a friendly. Billy Gilmore now running up. Pass is going about here. Austria now in the counter attack down the right. Great tackle there. How's that a foul? They're subbing on their keeper. It's too early to tell who I'd pick for the Ukraine game. I think your guaranteed starters are Craig Gordon, Tierney, Robertson, Che Adams, Billy Gilmore, Conor McGregor, probably Nathan Patterson these days over Stephen O'Donnell, John McGinn 100%. It's the attacking midfield option I think you would maybe you could make a change with. But I think it is sort of right in itself. Like centre backs can be too flexible. Probably Grant Hanley, Hendry, and you got Tierney on that side. Yeah, there's only one spot really up for grabs in my eyes, and it's the other attacking mid. Depends if you want to play Billy Gilmore up the front and you bring in Ryan Jack, but he's not really had the game time. That's not how it's going to work though. Scotland, I don't see why would they forfeit a game. You don't just give them a pass, because then why don't they just be given the World Cup? Just like, where does it stop there? Just let Ukraine win a World Cup because they're at war, but then you can say that by any country in the world who's been at war when tournaments have been going on. You've got to draw the line, like, at some point. Like, out of respect, we've let them rearrange the match because they're at war. Ryan Jack was okay. Ryan Christie going forward here, passes it back, who got a bit of deflection, loses the pace on the ball. He was alright. He wasn't outstanding. He didn't make much of an impact. Like, he was there, but nothing really came through him. To be honest, like, the biggest issue was the fact that Austria in the first half kept coming through the middle, with him and Lewis Ferguson, and then going out to the wings. John McGinn intercepts there, gets a ball straight up there. Ryan Christie looking for it, just a touch back. Yeah, Ukraine teams have just been in a tournament. They were just in the Euros. Like, they have seen their team in a tournament no more than a year ago, because they made the quarterfinals. They got knocked out by England. What changes would I make? Not to play with this mentality that we've got. I think we need to make a lot more strength coaching, I think, from now until then on the right hand side. We've definitely got a little bit more mistakes down there. We have some good players though down there. What an awful ball from McGinn that is. I know he scored the goal, but he's made a lot of mistakes. England wouldn't have forfeited against Ukraine. That's never happened and never will happen from England. I think if there's one football country in the world that would forfeit a game, it wouldn't have been Ukraine. It wouldn't have been England. Oh, McTominay gets intercepted there. No chance they would. But I don't think any team should forfeit against them, because it is just, what's the point? It doesn't stop at that point. Lazaro here with a cross in. Or quite a few. Arnautovic hits it in the back of his head. It goes out for a goal kick. Arnautovic has missed the target a lot tonight. I wouldn't even say it's just let them earn it. It's the fact it's like, if you get them a bye from this, does that mean that Wales have to give them a bye? No, Scotland would give no. It's such a. I don't really like that saying at all, to be honest, because it doesn't matter who it is. No team should be given a team a bye. Like, we've let them reschedule the match. Isn't Denmark part of Germany? No, Greenland's part of Denmark though. Nah, no one would forfeit. What's the point? Steve has nailed it there. You've got to play them, like, out of respect. Like, we've already let them reschedule the match. Billy McGilmore there with a great interception. John McGinn there with about a really long ball there, but getting distracted there by whoever's the centre back, number 3. Wales are worse than Scotland. Well, Gareth Bale's worse than Wales. I think the Welsh are actually alright, but I don't like Gareth Bale at all. Arnautovic going for another long ball. Dragovic gets it out. Keeps it in play. Ball comes down now. Billy Gilmore collects it. Who's available for him? Ryan Christie. Doesn't get quite there. Scotland should beat Wales on paper. Should do anyway. Oh, great challenge there by Grant Hanley again. Ball's come straight back though. Looking for someone to be available. Offside apparently. He's a great player, but I hate him. 2012, he dived and got us out of the World Cup of 2014 in Argentina because he dived. We were literally one game behind from being. Well, maybe we might not have even got in, but we would have been in the playoff spots then. That's going to be it there. Full time. Man, my favourite beer is Tennant's. But, empty can. What's the point of even taking this goal kick? It's definitely full time. Well, they're keeping it going. Knocked on. Back. Jack Hendry. Tomini. 40 seconds over now. Comes back down. Knocks on. Kieran Tierney busting a gut. Knocks it out for a throw. Surely that's full time. Full time, 2 each. That's fair enough. I think that's a fair result because they definitely were the better team in the first half and we escaped that. And then we get the other game and, sorry, the second half we started then and we were a bit further behind. But we'll take it. I think it's a fair result. Players well. We had a good couple of goals in there each. What percent is it? 4%. Not that strong, but likes the taste. But no. What I say? I'm going to call it there. There's not really much match analysis to do there. Man of the match, I'd say, is Craig Gordon. Even if he did concede 2, he's the reason it wasn't like 6. He was fantastic. I'm probably going to be at the Ukraine game for sure. Looking forward to that. Rangers v Celtic on Sunday. I could stream that because I'll be in the house. I'm not doing anything. But we'll see. If I'm streaming, I'll post it on the YouTube channel anyway. So thanks if anyone who's joined in who has subscribed. We'll be keeping you posted on that. I need to do something between now and the end of the season, so I will try and do some maybe Old Firm games, Champions League or something like that, Scottish Cup finals. Stuff to keep it a bit entertaining, but yeah. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We've had some good chats there about beer, about Celtic, Rangers, Euros, Denmark, Sweden, finding out a bit about war. No problem at all, Steve. It's been great to host it for you, and thank you everyone for tuning in. Well done to Scotland. Yeah, it's decent. You can get it online, but it's a bit dear to buy it online. So if you ever travel to Scotland, go for that. It's definitely better draft than it is in a pint. Yeah, big shout out to Tom as well for the dono. Huge guy coming in. Respect it. Thanks very much to everyone. I will see you. I'll try and do something before the next Scotland game, no matter what, because it is too long to wait. I don't want to be doing these like once a month. Needs to maybe just do some of the other